Let me tell you something most people never realize. Your morning isn't just about waking up. It's about waking up your destiny. The words you speak to yourself when the world is still quiet. That's the moment you're either programming your future or postponing it. The first few moments after you wake up are more powerful than most people realize. It's not just about opening your eyes or getting out of bed. It's about setting the tone for your entire day. Those early seconds before the world rushes in with its noise are a sacred window of opportunity, a moment where your mind is most open, most receptive, and most impressionable. In that space, whatever you feed your mind begins to take root, and what takes root eventually grows into belief, habit, and reality. Think of your mind like a computer. Every morning it boots up, ready to receive commands. And guess who's typing in the code? You are. Whether you know it or not, you are programming your mind from the moment you wake up. If you wake up with dread, fear, anxiety, or frustration, you're setting the tone for a day filled with resistance. But if you wake up with purpose, gratitude, confidence, and clarity, you're programming success. That's not just feel-good talk. That's psychology. That's neuroscience. That's the power of repetition and intention. Morning affirmations aren't just words. They're instructions. They're mental armor for a world that constantly tries to distract, discourage, and derail you. Many people underestimate just how much their internal dialogue influences their outcomes. They roll out of bed, grab their phone, scroll through negativity, and wonder why they feel off for the rest of the day. They speak doubt, stress, and limitation into their morning routines without even realizing it. And then they carry that energy into every conversation, every decision, and every opportunity that follows. But here's the truth. What you whisper to yourself in those first quiet moments becomes the volume of your life. You are either your biggest supporter or your loudest critic, and your day unfolds accordingly. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you start your day. Speak life into your mornings. Choose words that empower, affirm, and elevate. Say things that make your spirit rise, not because everything is perfect, but because you understand that your mindset controls your experience. When you affirm your vision, your worth, and your strength before the world tries to tell you otherwise, you take control of your direction. This isn't about pretending everything is okay. It's about deciding that you will be okay, no matter what. It's about understanding that even if you can't control every event, you can control your response. And that response begins the moment you open your eyes. Your morning self-talk is more than routine. It's a ritual. It's a reminder of who you are and who you're becoming. It's your opportunity to choose progress over perfection, confidence over chaos, and purpose over passivity. Wake up with intention. Don't just rise, elevate. Don't just get ready, get empowered. Because every day is a blank page. And your first thoughts, they are the pen. Choose your words wisely. Your future depends on it. Your mind is like a garden, and every single thought you think is a seed being planted. Some seeds grow into weeds, thoughts of doubt, fear, worry, and limitation. Others grow into vibrant flowers, thoughts filled with hope, belief, optimism, and purpose. The truth is, whether or not you are conscious of it, this garden is growing every day. Your mind doesn't take days off. It doesn't decide to stop working because you're too busy or distracted. Whatever you consistently feed it, it begins to accept as truth. That's why being intentional with your thinking, especially in the morning, is so important. When you wake up, your mind is fresh soil. It hasn't yet been trampled by the chaos of the world or overrun with the opinions of others. This is your moment of influence. The thoughts you choose to focus on right after you wake up act like seeds dropped into that fertile ground. If you start the day with negative thoughts, complaints, fear, stress, you're watering the weeds. You're letting those invasive, destructive beliefs take root. And once they do, they spread fast. Before you know it, your day feels heavier, your motivation is weaker, and your mindset is clouded. But the opposite is also true. If you start your day with thoughts of gratitude, self-belief, purpose, and progress, you're planting seeds that produce a completely different harvest. You're creating a mental environment where growth becomes natural, where optimism becomes your default, and where success becomes a byproduct of your inner state. Just like a gardener uses water, sunlight, and care to cultivate the right plants, You can use daily affirmations to nourish the right beliefs in your mind. Affirmations may seem simple, but they are deeply powerful. They are not just feel-good phrases. They are instructions, commands, statements of identity and possibility. And when spoken consistently and with belief, they become part of your mental fabric. Over time, they influence how you perceive challenges, how you respond to setbacks, and how you pursue opportunities. When you say to yourself, I am capable, I am grateful, or I embrace growth, you are shaping the mental landscape from which every action in your life springs. If you neglect a garden, weeds don't need an invitation. They grow automatically. The same goes for your mind. If you don't consciously plant positive thoughts, negativity will show up uninvited. That's why this practice of morning affirmation and intentional thinking isn't just helpful, it's necessary. It's your way of weeding out the doubt and replacing it with conviction. It's how you protect your dreams, water your vision, and stay mentally aligned with your purpose. Don't leave your mental garden to chance. Take responsibility for what grows inside you. Start each day with clarity, with focus, and with the right thoughts. Because just like a gardener knows what you plant today is what you'll harvest tomorrow. Speak wisely, think intentionally, and watch your life bloom. The affirmations, I choose to be positive, I am grateful, and I am capable, might sound simple, but they are anything but trivial. These are not feel-good slogans or surface-level mantras. They are deep, practical strategies, tools to rewire your mind, reshape your emotional state, and redirect your life. Together, they form the foundation upon which everything else is built. If you want to change your circumstances, your habits, or your results, this is where you begin, because when your mindset is strong, no challenge can break you. And when it's weak, even the smallest problem can derail you. Positivity is more than optimism. It's a decision, a conscious choice to see opportunity where others see obstacles. When you wake up and say, I choose to be positive, you're not denying reality. You're choosing to face it with strength. Positivity gives you the power to reframe your experiences. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You start asking, what can I learn from this? That shift alone can turn pain into growth and setbacks into comeback. It helps you approach the day with resilience instead of resistance. And over time, that mindset becomes automatic, natural, part of who you are. Gratitude, too, is a mental discipline. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, gratitude grounds us in what we already have. It reminds us that abundance isn't about possessions, it's about perspective. When you start your day by saying, I am grateful, you tune your brain to see blessings, even in the midst of chaos. Neuroscience shows that gratitude literally changes the structure of your brain. It increases happiness, reduces anxiety, and strengthens your immune system. It also attracts more of the good into your life. Why? Because what you focus on expands. Gratitude is not about settling. It's about appreciating the journey while still striving for more. Then comes self-belief, the affirmation, I am capable. This is the antidote to self-doubt, fear, and hesitation. It silences the voice in your head that says, I'm not good enough, and replaces it with one that says, I've got this. When you believe in yourself, you stop waiting for permission. You stop looking for validation. You start taking bold action because you trust your own strength. You might not know exactly how something will work out, but you trust that you'll figure it out. And that belief, that quiet, steady confidence, it unlocks doors. It changes how you carry yourself, how others perceive you, and how opportunities flow toward you. These three affirmations, positivity, gratitude, and self-belief, create a mental filter through which everything else is interpreted. They set your emotional tone, they determine your reactions, they shape your expectations and outcomes. When you program yourself to expect the best, to appreciate the present, and to believe in your ability to shape the future, you stop merely surviving, you start creating. And that is when true transformation begins. Every morning you repeat these truths, you reinforce them, you build them deeper into your identity, and soon, they don't just guide you, they become you. Life will challenge you, there's no question about that. But the mistake many people make is assuming that challenges are punishment, that difficulties mean they're off course or not good enough. In reality, challenges are the very tools that shape us. They are not roadblocks to your potential, they are the training ground for it. They exist to refine you, not define you. The people you admire, the ones who have achieved greatness in any field, didn't get there by avoiding problems. They got there by facing them, learning from them, and using them to grow stronger, sharper, and wiser. When you wake up each morning and tell yourself, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth, you're making a bold statement, not just to yourself, but to life. You're saying, I'm not afraid of the hard things. I'm ready for them. I know they are shaping me into who I need to become. That mindset separates the winners from the warriors. Most people run from discomfort. They avoid anything that feels difficult, uncomfortable, or uncertain. But growth never comes from comfort. Comfort zones might feel safe, but nothing ever blossoms there. Strength is built in the stretch, in the struggle, in the resistance. Think about it. Just like muscles need resistance to grow stronger, your character, mindset, and resilience need challenges to evolve. Every time you go through something hard and come out the other side, you're not the same person. You've earned a new level of strength. You've proven to yourself that you can endure, adapt, and rise again. And that's what transformation is really about. It's not about avoiding the fire, it's about becoming fireproof. Every setback carries a lesson, every mistake carries wisdom, every delay has purpose, but only if you choose to see it that way. By embracing challenges instead of resisting them, you take back your power. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become the author of your own growth. You develop grit, you develop perspective. You stop asking, why is this happening to me, and start asking, what is this trying to teach me? That single shift in perspective can completely transform how you experience your life. Suddenly, failures don't break you, they build you. Disappointments don't destroy you, they develop you. You start seeing storms as seasons of growth, not as signs of defeat. When you repeat this affirmation every morning, I embrace challenges as opportunities for growth. You are rewiring your brain to stop fearing adversity and start leveraging it. You are preparing your spirit to endure, adapt, and thrive, no matter what life throws your way. Because challenges will come. That's inevitable. But whether they break you or build you, that's up to you. And when you commit to this mindset daily, you will be amazed at how much stronger, smarter, and more powerful you become. Not despite the challenges, but because of them. All the belief, all the optimism, and all the motivational talk in the world mean nothing without one key ingredient: action. You can affirm your potential every morning. You can visualize success, believe in yourself, and cultivate the most powerful mindset. But until you move, until you act, your dreams remain just that. Dreams. That's why the affirmation, I take action toward my goals every day, is so essential. It's not just a line. It's a personal command. It's a daily commitment to show up, to do the work, and to honor the life you want to build, even when you don't feel like it. You don't need giant leaps. You don't need a breakthrough every day. What you need is consistency. Tiny, intentional steps. A few minutes of focused effort, a task completed, a lesson learned, a call made, a paragraph written. These small actions may not seem powerful on their own, but they create momentum. And momentum is the hidden force behind every success story. When you do something every day to move closer to your vision, you train your brain to prioritize progress. You teach your mind that your goals matter, and most importantly, you build a habit of discipline and direction. Success doesn't come from occasional bursts of inspiration. It comes from the quiet, often unnoticed decisions you make day in and day out. It comes from the mornings when you don't want to get up, but you do anyway. From the moments you choose to grow instead of scrolling through distractions. From the choice to act even when no one is watching. Over time, those small steps compound. They build into a powerful foundation that can support even the biggest dreams. And one day, without even realizing it, you look up and see that you've moved mountains. Not with one giant egg, but with thousands of tiny, consistent ones. Action creates clarity. It turns thoughts into experiences. It turns goals into results. While others stay stuck in overthinking, debating, and waiting for the perfect moment, you're moving, you're building, you're evolving. That's the difference. Every great achievement you admire began with one action, one decision to start, and then another, and another. The power is not in how perfectly you act, it's in the fact that you act at all. This is why daily action must become a non-negotiable in your life. It's not about being perfect, it's about being committed. Even if it's just 10 minutes a day, even if it's one small task that brings you 1% closer. That motion matters more than you think. Because motion beats meditation when it comes to goals. You don't manifest by wishing, you manifest by working. And when you pair belief with behavior, vision with velocity, that's when real transformation begins. Every day, remind yourself, I take action toward my goals every day. Say it, believe it, live it. Because one action a day might not seem like much now, but in a year, you'll be amazed at how far it's taking you. So now you know. 5 simple lines, 5 powerful declarations. Spoken each morning with intention, they become more than just words. They become the architecture of a transformed life. You start by choosing positivity, not because life is perfect, but because your attitude shapes how you experience everything. Then you anchor yourself in gratitude, seeing not what's missing, but what's already beautiful and abundant in your world. You affirm your belief in yourself, acknowledging that you are capable of greatness, not someday, but today. You welcome challenges, knowing that growth lives on the other side of discomfort. And finally, you take action, however small, knowing that consistency is the bridge between where you are and where you dream to be. These affirmations are not magic. They don't erase hardship or eliminate effort, but they do something far more powerful. They align your mind, heart, and habits with the future you desire. They condition you to lead your day instead of letting the day lead you. They prepare you to rise above fear, push through doubt, and stay focused when distractions pull. When you make this practice a daily ritual, you stop living by default and start living by design. You become the author of your destiny, not a passive observer of circumstances. You build discipline, self-belief, resilience, and momentum, the real tools of transformation. So tomorrow morning, and every morning after that, speak these 5 lines. Don't just say them, feel them. Don't just repeat them, live them. Because the difference between who you are and who you could be lies in your daily routine. Speak power, think power, walk in power, and watch your entire life begin to shift. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Start with your words, end with your action, and become everything you were meant to be.